Hello, Dominic here. Welcome to another interview with one of our speakers that will be appearing at the Bournemouth Writing Festival on the 26th, 27th and 28th of April 2024 in Bournemouth Town Centre. Now, the Writing Festival aims to inspire all writers to write, regardless of your ability or your background, whether you're just starting out or maybe you've already published a few books and looking to improve and progress or do something different. So this year we've got creative writing workshops for adults with additional needs. We have a schools competition for primary schools, secondary schools and home educated children in Dorset. And we also have talks and sessions for those writers that are underrepresented in the world. So we really hope that it doesn't matter who you are, we really want to hear your stories and to get them out into the world. And you never know, they might resonate with other people, or it might just be a great activity or healing process for you to get writing. And we want to hear your story. So that's the central ethos of the Writing Festival, is to inspire writers to write. Now, today, I'm delighted to welcome Rachel Woodward Carrick to the series of interviews that we're putting on our YouTube channel. Now, Rachel was actually at our last Writing Festival and delivered the same talk, and it was so popular that basically people asked for it again. So we're delighted to have Rachel back. Now, the title of her talk is "Do You Have the Right Time?" And it is all about finding the time to write. And we all have very busy lives. So this is such an important session and talk for everyone. Now, her talk is at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. And Rachel is author of Happy Silver People, which kind of looks at different ideas for living happier, healthier and easier lives as we get older. And we all need that. She worked for the British Council for many years and is currently the college director at Bournemouth University's International College. So like all of us, she has a full-time job, and we really have to work hard to find the time to write. So Rachel, welcome.
Thanks, Dominic. Thank you for that lovely introduction. It's really nice to be here.
Great to have you here. So you've had such an interesting and I'll say varied career. So now you're writing and kind of giving advice on this. So tell us a little bit about your kind of history and your writing journey.
Oh gosh, yes, my history might take a long time because, as you say, it has been quite varied. I think one of the themes running through it, though, has been around education, training and development. So yes, I worked for the British Council for 17 years, which was fabulous. I lived in 5 different countries, did lots of travel and learned so much along the way. And then subsequently, I've been working with a company called Kaplan, initially in Sheffield, now down here in Bournemouth, working with international students and preparing them to go to university. So in the case of our college, going to Bournemouth University. So we have students undergrad, postgrad levels from, I think at the moment we've got students from around 46 different nationalities, which is wonderful to work with that very, very diverse group of people.
So tell us then how you came to write your book, Happy Silver.
Yes. So the trigger really for me was New Year, a couple of years ago, when I was able to say, or it struck me, next year I'm going to be 60. And that was a bit of a milestone for me, seeing that on the horizon. And it got me thinking, should I be doing myself to prepare myself better for my 60s and then my 70s, 80s, hopefully 90s and perhaps longer. My grandmother lived to 103, so I know that is possible. And I started researching into the kind of things I could be doing, and I decided I would write a book about it and share some of the things I'd discovered, some of the things I'd observed, and my own thoughts. And that's how Happy Silver People came about. So it wasn't really something I'd always dreamed of writing. And because it was quite time sensitive, I wanted to write it then in the run up to my 60s. Actually, I wanted the book to be published on my 60th birthday. And the day after I turned 60, I had the book in my hand, which was very, very exciting. So I needed to get it done. And I therefore had to carve out time from, as you mentioned, I do have quite a demanding full-time job. caring responsibilities as well. I've got some voluntary roles. I'm a board member of the town centre business improvement district as well. So I have other things going on, and I had to create time to get this book written.
Great. Well, that leads us nicely on to your session, which is called "Do You Have the Right Time?" which is a lovely little pun and play on words. And I think we all need help on this, because we all want to find the time, the headspace to write. So, tell us a little bit about what's covered in your talk.
Yes. So, while I was writing my book, I was actually part of something called Write That Book. So it was a series of sessions over several weeks, and I did this 4 or 5 times during my writing journey, which took about 18 months. And what I've done for the talk for the festival is draw on my own personal experience of how I'd like to say I managed time. I got time to work for me, if you like, but also others in the group, because there were people with very, very different experiences. And I think you mentioned earlier on, people are coming at this with different perspectives. So there were some people there who'd been trying to write their book for 20, 30 years, but were really struggling to get it over the line. There were others who'd been writing maybe for a couple of years, but needed that momentum again to get it finished. And there were people like me who were coming at it, starting for the very first time. I hadn't written anything in the past. This was a very, very new venture for me. So what I've tried to do is pull on all that experience and put it together in this session. So really it's talking about the what, the who, the how, the where, the when, the how many, the how much, all those, it's basic but crucial questions that we can consider when we're trying to find the time to write. It isn't easy finding enough time to get that book written and published, but it is possible. And what I'm trying to do is explain things that worked for me and things that have worked for other people. And I hope something from that will resonate with the audience.
Well, it certainly did last year, which is why we're delighted to have you back. So, for me, it's about distractions, because, we're such busy lives, particularly in the digital world. There's things pinging on my phone, or there's, dinner to make or kids to collect or whatever it might be. And that's one of the reasons why we created the writer's cocoon in November, where we hired a room out, and it was a really nice kind of environment and space for people just to focus on their writing without distractions from home. But it's finding that chunk of time which allows you or gives you permission to write.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I put in my bio that I am easily distracted. So I completely understand that things that need to be done, that are pressing, that are outside our control. But also I'm quite good at finding things that don't probably need to be done at that moment, but I quite fancy doing them, maybe rather than sitting down to write. So I totally get it. And what I've tried to do is talk about how I managed to overcome that temptation and motivate myself, because a lot of it is around inner motivation, what you can do to motivate yourself, to help yourself to get the book written, to get your writing done.
You just reminded me, actually, a little memory that popped up into my head was during my GCSEs, I did try, to distract myself from the revision. I used to clean my room, and my room used to be spotless. And and I suppose that still happens now when I have something I absolutely need to do and I don't want to do it, I clean, which I'm sure my wife is delighted. So there we go. Everything happens. So thank you so much, Rachel Woodward Carrick, author of Happy Silver People. Her talk, Do You Have the Right Time?, is at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 27th of April at the Pavilion Dance. So thank you, Rachel, for joining me today.
Oh, thank you so much, Dominic. Yeah, really look forward to that session in a few weeks' time. Yeah.
Great, thank you. I look forward to seeing you, Rachel, and also to all of you on the 26th, 27th and 28th of April 2024 in Bournemouth. And let's hope that the weather is nice, the sun is shining, and we can go down to the beach and have an ice cream as well. So until next time, take care. See you again. Bye-bye.